1, 2, 3.
Greetings again. This is the Series Insider crew. Xzono Jr, Tito McGee. I'm Jay Beaman. We're here to talk about the Pro Wrestling Championship Series. We're in Season 2, coming up on Stage 3. And it's been a little bit of a wild ride so far, a little chaotic, if you will.
So that's an understatement.
Let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to ask you guys about the Chaos Nation. They are currently 3-3, tied for second place. I don't think I can stress this enough. Has Casey Karrington already won the war he has started? Everything is in chaos. You know, the Eagle Busters are in last place. That's just crazy to me. The Blacklist have been having some chemistry issues maybe. The Resurgence have been dealing with a lot of personal beefs as well as injuries. So the whole organization has just been thrown into chaos, which was Casey Carrington's goal. Has he accomplished that, Drew?
You said war. He has not won a war yet because there's a united front now. He has won the first two battles, though, and I think that's very important. He's beat up the Resurgence, isolated members of them, injury-wise. Those guys are hurt. And he's got them running like dogs and running to Greg Jovi, of all people, whose back is against the wall. The roster he had 1 year ago that was star-studded, that had all sorts of big names, former champions, that's not there anymore. So you've got two guys who are desperate because of the battles. And it's been an impressive front, an initial surge, if you will, that has certainly been a great invasion so far. However, let's see how this plays out, because we have a very interesting setup that we'll get to, I'm sure, coming up here in our next stage. But with a united front with 3 against 1, is that what he wanted to accomplish? Did he think they would? That's all I have to say. He's won a few battles, but a war is a long, long, long time away.
Tito?
I agree. Tip of the iceberg. We haven't seen anything from Casey Karrington. As he said in the reacts, you know, he's just got started, and he looked like he has something up his sleeve. He has probably 5 plans up his sleeve to how to put this whole entire season into chaos. So this is, you know, just a little bit of everything he has in store for us.
I agree. I think he has just gotten started. He's clearly trying to think 2 or 3 steps ahead of the game. Did he anticipate that Makazi and Stephen Kennedy would come to Greg Jovi's aid and vice versa? Did he anticipate that the Blacklist would get the Tammy Jovi Memorial Cup back? No, he probably didn't anticipate these things, but he's clearly come into this with a plan, and he's thinking ahead, and I think he's just kind of like in chess. I think he's just setting the board, and he's moving in for the kill. Will it be this show? Will it be the next show? I'm not sure yet, but I'm scared. I'm worried. There's a lot of strange things happening, like with Greg Jovi, and that it scares me. It's out of character for Greg Jovi, and this has been brought on by Casey Karrington.
It has, and I know that we're supposed to talk about whether or not we can trust him yet, and whether the other teams can, more importantly. I still go to the point of 3 teams against 1. If they are truly united, if they can truly trust one another, they'll be able to weather this storm. I think we'll have a championship spectacular coming up in November. I don't think you need to cancel your plans for that just yet. However, that's the real key, isn't it? It's up to Greg Jovi. Of all things, of all people, a majority shareholder in our company has to step down from his lofty, where he's placed himself up in the clouds, if you will, to come hang down with the rest of the people that he really doesn't like. Let's be honest right now. He does not like what he has to do right now. But I think if he's able to overcome it, and that's the real question, is trust. I think he's desperate enough that they can come back and make something of this. What will it mean 2 shows from now when we have our championship spectacular? We'll find out coming up here in August, and then coming up again when we come up later, September, October. But certainly, it's all about Greg Jovi. It's weird to think he, as the person who was 1 step away, 1 extra spear away from Jimmy Jacobs away from a championship, Now to be at the very bottom, a desperate man who might lose his source of income, his company. He's the majority shareholder. He's the guy who runs things. It's going to be very interesting to see how much he can be trusted, not just from us, but from everybody else.
The other interesting thing about the Chaos Nation is they're not hiding their cheating ways at all. Casey Karrington, it's not out of the question to see him kick somebody below the belt. We know how the Cobra Kai Dojo Submission Squad match ended. That was not what anybody wanted to see transpire. There had been a great match. These guys were going to settle this once and for all. The brothers settle their brotherly feud, and instead we get this trickery, this cheating. We get the first DQ, I believe.
Yeah, no contest and DQs and all sorts of things.
So the Submission Squad wins that match by disqualification. They were the one that brought the chair in. They were the one that instigated things. That obviously is not a solved issue between those two teams. We saw Adam Raw debut for the Chaos Nation, also with some cheating ways, some not so kind actions after the match. It wasn't during the match, it was afterwards. He attacked Jake Durden's knee. Clearly, they don't mind cheating. What do you think about that? Do you think that the league needs to come down harder on them?
Yeah, I want to see more of the league throwing the book at them, if they will, because look at last season. Fines everywhere on Greg Jovi, but of course he can pay up the fee because, he has very big pockets. Not so much with the Chaos Nation. I want to see more fines. I want to be able to see this, justice and this, discipline. But I'm not really seeing that. And it's there. Cheat to win mentality. It's something that they do, and we need to see that be curbed a little bit.
It's interesting to note, just real quick, teams are required to have a headquarters address on file with the league. One doesn't exist for the Chaos Nation. Whatever Casey Karrington turned in is fake, so as the league has tried to find them, they haven't been getting the notices.
Well,
this is something we haven't encountered yet as a league.
Exactly, and that's where I think the fining mentality is off. Because they're not cheating to win. They're cheating to destroy. They're not here to win anything, as far as I see. Yeah, they had the trophy. They stole it away in their first show this season. So there's got to be a different kind of discipline. Does that come with tighter officiating, an extra official at ringside? Little things like that could be done on top of it. Because clearly, Jovi, as you said, had the unlimited pockets last year and still does. It's still an issue. He's having to spend a lot to try and take down the Chaos Nation. The Chaos Nation, though, I don't think they don't care about that. They're not here. They didn't bring a lot of money with them. They certainly, as you said, fake addresses. The fines aren't going to do anything. They're against the system for a reason. And the system is not going to have to, if it tries to do as it normally would, I don't think it only makes them stronger. It only makes them more of a united front. There's got to be unique ways, whether that's extra security or things of that nature, or, I don't know what we could do in terms of the sanctions of a match, but there's got to be a way outside of just fines and suspensions and things like that could really hit this Chaos Nation hard. Because that's the other thing, is that the league is threatened by these guys. It's not cheat to win, cheat to destroy.